We're seeing now B'Ezer Shem Yisbarach, the last blot of Sech Kesubos, Daf Ayin Aleph. We're starting from Halacha Zayin. Halacha Zayin. Misha Ochla Medina Sayam. But of the Derech Sadeu, he lost the path that leads to his field. There's a lot of people surrounding his field, and he doesn't know how to get into his field. Adon Oime Yelech Loi B'Ktsara. You should use the shortest path. No, he cannot do that. He has to pay a lot of money, and or fly in the air means he has no choice. He has to pay money for it. He can't take the shortest path. Omar, we're talking here somebody who lost his shtaraya, but over der sedeu means he's not sure who gave him permission. He has permission from one of the few. Milsa Omar, according to that, the whole machlekes is only if there's 4 people makifanaise. However, if it's one person, then for sure the person cannot tell him, I'm not giving you anything. Shmuel Omar fila echad makifim kol tzad. Over shtara Yosef, ve'ene yedeya mi lokach haderech. Mi lokach haderech. That's a pshat. That means toya ber Yosef. Tanai Yeshua, what's Tanai Yeshua? Arei, shoya toya bekromim. Besodas. Mekada v'yotz at shemigila derech, at shemigila beisef, it's to make kromim. Shavanas Cain, Hinchel Yeshua Esaretz. So when I was asking a question, so Yeshua made it tonight that you let her go in somebody else's kerem in order to get out. Why can't you go in order to get in? The Gemara answers, no. It's not a good comparison. Tonight Yeshua, let's say, Shemali Konis, now Yeshua begufa, Shemali beparasai. Im nevdes parasai betoich hakromim, Shemi tirulai. So this has to do with a sugya bavakamer that you gotta take in a chil shel devarim. Rabbi Yossi parish darka lachze and chil shel in darka lachze also is a gufa. It's possible that this whole Gemara is just trying to say what's the difference between the chil shel devarim and para. Why do you need a nutakana typically also takana of typically because of takana of Yeshua? The answer is Yeshua's takana was only on gufay, not on parasay. Biyamir. Adma Rebeki Vishnaim Amdov Echad. Tanina Tamon. Machoron La'acher. Rebleki Oemi Eni Toch Likadech. Or Ma'omet Toch Likadech. Similar machlokes. A person sells the boyer and dus for somebody else. Rekiva says Ein Toch is Messiah. Rekiva says Meicha Ba'ain Yof and Meicha. So if he sells the boyer this for somebody else, the person does not have to buy himself away. Here also, the person has a field in the middle, for sure he has a way also. No, I sold you the buyer, but not the derech. So here also, the guy has to buy a derech. So the Gemara is going to say it's not a good zushtel. It's not a good comparison. The Shomad Omer Abhila of Yasef Shem Bechna. Abhila said the name of Asem Shem Bechna. Stam Chaluk, Manakil. What is the story? In Bedover Boy Shesh the derech, am Moedish Ein Dochlik the derech. There in Baba Basra, if it's clearly spoken out that I'm giving you also a derech, why do you have to pay for it? And if it's clear that you're not getting a derech, clearly you do have to. Stam, the question is, did I sell you a derech or not? I want you to pay separately. Here's a different issue. Here's the issue is we don't know where the derech is. And as we said before, we're talking about the guy had already specific derech and he lost it. Or if he had from 4 other people. But let's say even for one person, the guy sold him a specific place, but there's no where. That's why it's a problem. So let's make a story like this. Reuven has a shtar choiv, Shimon owes him $10,000. Shimon proves that Reuven sold him a field. Shimon says for Reuven, how can it be that I still owe you $10,000? Why did you sell me a field? You should have just taken the cash and just say, I'm sorry, you owe me money, I'm not selling you anything. No. Reuben was very smart. Shimon still owes him money. What did he do? He knows Shimon is not so easy to get money from out of his pocket. So he said, I'm going to sell you, and then I'm going to be able to take it away from you because you owe me $10,000. Talking here, even if it's not worth the whole chayv, still you can say that he sold it for to get something. If the loiv has lomaloi lemalve, limkoir lemashkin. Why does the malva need to sell? I wanted to give you my karka because then I want to be going a good piece of karka, my own karka. So the Malva says, for Reuven says for Shimon, I don't want to collect a piece of garbage. I want to sell you something, and then I'm able to collect my own karka. Hagatz b'davalei karka tav. Yichlemeim the no boy. Yichlemeim leis b'cheli ton tachasin the teraya. I don't have to take care of two. So I want to give you mine like this. I can recollect it. That was my idea by selling you my karka. Shnaim sitz yush tachoyv zelze. Admoim li yisachayev okay, it's not a living message. It's a similar story. Reuven shows Shimon you owe me $10,000. Then Shimon says for Reuven, how can it be I owe you $10,000? You took a loan from me afterwards. Why did you take a loan? You should have just take the money as a pirah and choiv. So it's a raya that I paid you back already. And that's what Shimon argues back to Reuven. And Reuven says, no, I was I was I didn't ask you back for the money. I just needed a loan, so I took a loan from you. Gemara is going to explain here. Zeh lava mizeh mana, zeh lava mizeh Messiah. I made it the names Reuven took from Shimon and Mana, and Shimon took from Reuven 200. Reuven gave for Shimon 200, and then Reuven took back 100. Means Reuven goy menaka mana keneged mana shuchayv l'Shimon begoy v'rak mana achas m'Shimon. Says, look, you owe me 200, but I owe you 100, so let's deduct. Just pay me 100. Where does he learn out such a concept? The Mishnah says above a kamish, run tam shechavlu. Mishnah says a shoy tam. Shalom nezik. Not, you don't say everybody should be goiva. We say what is the remainder? You deduct the lower number from the higher number, and that's what the person is goiva. Man do amazay goiva shtachayv shtachayv. Yalef lei mit rabbanan da ad. You see from Rabbanan Avna that no, each one collects his thing. That's what we see from the Rabbanan Avna. Why does he say no? The other person can say no. Rabbanan Avna moedish yetzma. Why should he see Aficha Matara Salamani? Ele begin that in Amnoim Medechayavlach. It doesn't mean literally. It doesn't mean literally that you should make it two giviyas here. He says, don't say ilo ata. What you're saying, ilo ata. The Rabbanan says, no, we don't say this argument. Zegoiv means you don't say that it cannot be that I took a loan from the person that I gave him a loan. Could be I decided not to collect it. I just took a loan. But it's not a raya. In other words, it's not a raya that Shimon paid back already. The fact that Reuven took a loan doesn't mean that Shimon paid back already. Could be Reuven Stam wanted to take a loan. So that's what Barnum is saying. They're not saying that you have to actually do two separate collections. So now the Gemara is going to say chalukim la nafkmin la halacha between these two shittas. Machal shemasayim v'shalmana. Shalmana lo machal. The one that shemasayim, Reuven said for Shimon, I'm oichel you. But Shimon did not say for Reuven. Manam yitzman keneged mana, shka yotze mana keneged mana. Iki'ilu amar Reuven Shimon I'm oichel 100 anisars. That's what happens here. He says, I'm moichel you the 100. But Omar, they go to goive. Oisha machal and goive. Reuven is not getting a penny. Oisha loy machal goive. And Shimon is goive 100 from Reuven. Next, another nafkamina. Kost the Shimon sign v'shtar. Shimon loy kost. So the one from 200 is a shtar. Amazing. One don't need to make a money shekiva yotzma money. Then the Reuven 100 mishab. And Omar they goive. They goive. Oisha kostav goive. Which like us when goiva, because it cannot be goiva from the assignment. So that's why the person gets full $200. Shalosh what's in the siyam? You don't want to go. If you make a but you have siyam, you make a kach. Or let me eat the kirach, the kach. You make siyam. You offer the. She's should be Yehuda, but not issue with Gol. We're going to should be Yehuda. From Hoyam Yehuda. And now say Isha Yehuda. Then he is mechuyev to go. Okay, we'll see this sickle. This is one from Amadur. We'll see this the next tape already.